In this episode of Dig In, I'm going to show you how to shop for and keep your cut tree fresh all the way through the Christmas season. Christmas time is here. It's an amazing time of the year, and of course, everybody needs the focal point of their indoor decorations, which is the Christmas tree. And nothing is better than a fresh cut Christmas tree. And Fraser firs are my favorite. A little bit of information about Fraser firs is they grow naturally in the Appalachian Mountains in very small regions. They actually need to be in a pretty high elevation, over 3,000 feet. And now Christmas tree farms, of course, are very popular, and millions of Fraser firs are sold each Christmas to people and families to enjoy during the Christmas season. So when you're going to look for a Christmas tree, what are you going to look for? Well, one, know the size of your ceiling. Most homes are 8-foot ceilings, 9-foot ceilings, or 10-foot ceilings. But know what size you're looking for, and if you go and shop at a good garden center or a good tree lot, then they should be able to measure it for you and help you pick out the right tree for you. Another great tip is when you're shopping for a fresh cut tree is to check the needle retention. So I like to take my hand and just run it through the needles. You're gonna get a couple that fall off, but if you get a bunch, that might not be the freshest tree. Also ask questions. We know where our trees come from at McDonald Garden Center. So if you asked us the question, we'd say they come from the hills of North Carolina. And we know that they're fresh cut and delivered to us directly. And then that way, you know you're getting a good fresh cut tree. There's a lot of great services that should be offered out there when you're shopping at a reputable garden center or a good Christmas tree lot. I'll explain a couple that we do here at McDonald Garden Center that you should look for because they're great added benefits. One is you should be able to see all the way around the tree. It should be standing up so that you can see every angle of the tree. Also, when you pick out your tree, the employee should load it for you and get it processed for you. And some of those steps might be making a fresh cut on it so that it drinks the ample amount of water so it stays fresh as long as possible. And I'll explain a little bit more about that in a little bit. But after making a fresh cut, we do something that's kind of unique and different, and then you might see it a lot of Christmas tree lots, which is shaking the tree. We put it in a shaker, it shakes all of the loose material out so you know you've got a nice clean tree when you put it up in your home. Also putting it through a baler, which puts a net around it, keeps it nice and tight, makes it really easy to get inside the house. You can stand it up and you can cut it free. You can also bring in your cut tree stand, which is a really good benefit because we'll fit the tree to the size of your stand and make sure that it's on there nice and tight. You can even leave it on and drive home with it, or you can put it on when you get home. And then that's really some great services. Also loading it on top of your car or in your truck bed. That way, if you have a bad back or something, you've got that service. So all you gotta do is pick out your tree and get everything done for you. So you should see some of those white glove services at a great garden center or a great Christmas tree lot. So now the most important part is how to keep your cut tree fresh as long as possible. So I got a couple tips here for you. One, if you get a fresh cut done at the place that you purchase it, then you need to get it in water as fast as you possibly can. Even if you get home and you're gonna make the fresh cut yourself, then you wanna get it in a bucket of water. So I'll usually stand it up in a bucket of water if I'm not quite ready to bring it in the house and put it right into the stand. If you do bring it right into your house, make sure that that stand gets water around it and then check it frequently. That tree is gonna drink a lot of water. You wanna check it in the morning and in the evening. I know that sounds like a lot, but it doesn't last for a long time. That tree is gonna absorb a ton of moisture, and then eventually it'll slow down and you won't have to worry about it as much. Once that cut kind of seals a little bit, it's not gonna drink as much water, but that moisture is gonna be in there. You can also use an added product, which is like Prolong, which is basically a tree preservative. It's gonna allow that moisture to get absorbed by that tree and hold for a much longer period. So now that the tree has absorbed as much moisture as it possibly can, we've got to decorate it. And of course, we got to put lights on our tree. I really recommend LED lights. One, they use a lot less electricity, but really the most important thing is they don't warm up, so they're not warm to the touch. And then of course, once the tree and the Christmas season is over, then we're gonna take our tree and you can put it on the curb. Most cities now recycle trees. It's a great thing. They can use it to build dunes or drop in lakes to create fish habitats. So there's a lot of great uses for that tree after your Christmas season is over. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Dig In. Leave your comments below. Let us know what's your favorite cut tree to use during the Christmas season, and I'll see you in the next video.